Why does Iowa have so many tornadoes, thunderstorms, and bad weather?
Well, that was Bennett from Orange Elementary. Thank you, Bennett, for sending in that question. And he asked, why does Iowa see a lot of severe weather? Well, we have to look at that globally, and specifically the World Tornado Climatology. As you can see from the map here, the United States has the most tornadoes in a given year. We see on average about 1,200 tornadoes. The country who comes in second place to that is Canada at only 100 tornadoes. Now, usually we see the bulk of the tornadoes in the 50 to 30 degrees range from north and south, and that's because you have that warm, moist air meeting that cold, drier air. It helps fuel those systems and create those tornadoes. Now, we start to see tornadoes in May and leading through April, or in March and leading through April. And with that being said, we first start to see them near the Gulf Coast region. After April, they start to spread up through May through the Great Plains, where we see tornadoes all across Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, even overspreading into Iowa. Now, there's a secondary season. Now, that's back in the Gulf Coast again. You can find this here in November. Now, why do we see so many tornadoes in the United States? Well, we've got the warm Gulf of Mexico moist air funneling towards the Great Plains, and we've got the colder, drier air coming from Canada, from the mountains. Those two meet, help create a little bit of instability, and that warm, moist air on our low levels, creating those higher dew points. You're fueling that moisture, as well as we'll have systems pass through, low pressure systems and fronts. Combine that all together, we get severe storms that helps them rotate, and thus we normally see more tornadoes in the United States than anywhere else. Now, here's a look at a map of all the tornado watches that the Storm Prediction Center put out for this year. You can see on this map here, the Great Plains were actually pretty quiet over the past year, but the main bulk of that can be found in the Gulf Coast area. And over the recent years, we're actually starting to see that location become a secondary peak. Usually you think of Tornado Valley, that could become the second Tornado Valley, as we're seeing more and more storms generating some violent tornadoes in that area. Now, if you want to learn more about this topic, all you have to do is head on over to Schnack's Weather blog. That can be found at kwwl.com. I wrote up a nice blog detailing some more information about tornado climatology, both in the United States and around the world. We'll be right back.